Hey everyone! Welcome to the Shelves Have Eyes. I'm Chrissy M, and in the previous video of this series, I briefly introduced the Cherry Merry Muffin line and hopefully gave your inner child a big memory hug, or at least whet your appetite for more. So now, in this video, we are going to dive headfirst into Wave 1 and take a closer look at my own queen bee, 88 Cherry. Like literally right now. Wave 1 of Cherry Merry Muffin was released in 1988 and continued to be manufactured through 1989, according to the date on some of the boxes. Mattel produced 5 dolls their first year, and each doll came with a similar looking 50s throwback outfit and very big hair. And all of the dolls came with the same 3 accessories: a kitchen tool friend, a batch of 6 muffins with a tin. I'm counting this as one item, and a comb. And there were 4 playsets released for Wave 1, and they were also manufactured from 88 through 89. Is that everything, Cherry? Cherry? Right. Do you know what I forgot to mention? I am a new in box collector. Why? Because that's the way, I like it. No, no, seriously. I do try to get my toys new in box, but I also have a lot of pieces that I got from like lots on eBay that are not in the best condition. And I just wanted to share this fact with you guys because not only is it cool to see the contrast between brand new and heavily loved toys in my collection, but I also think it's really special that you can see the new dolls and play sets, just as they were when they came out of the box. Okay, moving on. Cherry, where are you? Oh, there you are. Let's go. So here we have Miss Cherry Merry Muffin herself. Lovely. She is wearing everything that she originally came with when I took her out of the box. So she looks just as she would if she were still in box. And this is how she looks. Her big old blonde hair is held up with a little bit right here. A little tiny pony on top right here with this bow. This single bow. Sort of a pearlescent material, very crinkly. And the ties are made kind of hard to see. We'll see if I can maybe get a better shot. They're made with these tiny little iridescent, these little pearly fibers like embedded in it. And all of the dolls in Wave 1 had their hair up in either 1 or 2 bows. So if you saw the commercial, or if you have one of the pamphlets that came like in the box with the doll, you would actually see that her hair is quite different than those images. If you look at the commercials, if you look at the pamphlets, all the dolls have hair that they're in tight curls, very tight, neat curls around their head. They remind me very much actually of like old school porcelain dolls. Very, very pretty. But yeah, as you can see, that is not exactly how she comes. She comes like this. This is exactly it. I have not messed with her hair. So it's poofy and it's great, but no, it is not. It is not as it was advertised, to say the least. But that's kind of my theory. I kind of feel like when they were making the doll, all of the prototypes, like they meticulously curled their hair, had it set nice. So use those for the commercials and use them for all of the promotional media stuff. And then when they actually came to production, then they were just sort of like, no, we're not gonna do that. So this is what you get. This is what you get. Her hair is beautiful, nonetheless. There you go. And this is the dress that she came in, her pretty pastel pink dress. It is very poofy. Jerry's dress is a great representation of the whole Waves color palette. Oh, with the exception of Chocolati, with the exception of that one doll. Cadbury mini egg theme, just very, very pastel. And it was the whole wave one, so it's everything like the outfits and the accessories and yeah, so definitely very pastel, very pink. That is what the line of 88 is like. That's their color theme. The sleeves are gingham. This pink gingham pattern fabric, very poofy sleeve. The bodice of the dress is just a plain white fabric, but it's got this really cute muffin brooch on it. It's just held on with a little bit of thread. I assume this is a cherry muffin because the muffin little tin is pink and it's got the cherry right there. So that's a plain white fabric. And the skirt is just also a plain pink fabric. As you can see, there is lace all over the place. She is lacy. And there is this pearlescent trim on the skirt. And it's also here on this apron that comes with the outfit. It is made out of the same crinkly material as the bow. Down she goes. And also on the back, right here, that's where you will find her Velcro fastening for her dress. The outfit is a tiny bit busy, in my opinion, especially when you factor in the apron to the outfit. Just because there are multiple fabrics and not multiple colors, but like multiple patterns, multiple fabrics. And there's all of the lace and all of the trim. It is lovely. It just like, yeah, it could seem just a little bit much, but there's nothing overwhelming that stands out on the outfit. So it's not like it's a bad, like, drag on a dime outfit where you're like staring at all the things that don't go together. It is still iconic. It's still great. Just maybe as an adult, I kind of noticed that a little bit. Here is a better look at her apron. You can see the pink and white stripes and the lace and that pearlescent trim, the iridescent pretty trim. The apron does come off. It's tied in the back. It does come off, but I will not be showing that in this video. Sorry. Why? Just because, well, look at the bow. Look at, oh, no, don't look at the bow. No, look at the bow. It's funny, I was gonna say, this is the most beautiful bow ever. What I was trying to say is this is exactly how it was when she came out of the box. So I've never taken it off. I was gonna make a whole point about, look at that bow, look how wonderful it is. Because it's just so perfectly done and I would never take it off. But I mean, it looks fine. It's a little lopsided. It's a little fine. But that's the point. That is the point in the end. I'm not taking it off because I never have. I don't want to go doing that. I don't mess with them a lot. So anyway, also the apron ties are made out of the same ribbon, the same pink ribbon as the ties for the bow in her hair. So it's that same. Can we see the shimmer? Can you see that shimmer? Yeah, it's in there. It's in there. It's very shimmery. So that is her apron. It's lovely. And the shoes are simple. They're just painted onto her feet. They are same pastel pink. The rest of her stuff. And yeah, they have a Mary Jane kind of look to them. But that is literally it. So yeah. As I mentioned earlier, Cherry's outfit and the outfits of Wave 1 clearly have an aesthetic that is very 40s, 50s era, kind of like a diner waitress, maybe a bit of a 40s homemaker. You've got the apron going on with the gingham and the big sleeves. It's all very 50s diner style, I guess. Right, or more accurately, very what we think of as like the 50s style. I think everyone's imagination, and for sure, like the imagination of the 80s at the time, definitely embellished on the colors and general poofiness of 50s fashion in general. So this is kind of the result of what you're looking at. I absolutely love her. That's not really the point. But yes, definitely has an aesthetic that screams, I guess screams 40s, 50s, but also screams 80s. It actually makes Cherry and the Gang quite typical of the 80s. Lots of toys at the time were made in a style that harkened back to a retro 50s-ish look in an attempt to so easily lure our parents into buying us stuff because it appealed to their childhood. So, yeah, she's part of that wonderful cycle. She has held up so well. I am very proud of her. I should also mention that there is actually a variation of 88 Sherry, where she comes with a wide apron. Ooh, yep, that's Cherry's one variation, the one that I know of. And that is also the one and only difference that I noticed. Nothing else. There is just your striped apron, and then there is one with a plain apron. Why? No idea. No idea. But costs could have something to do with it, or it could be a European version. I found a new in-box cherry with a white apron on eBay. And while I couldn't tell if the box was indicative of it being European or not, the date stamp on the back was 1989. So, so maybe it was just cheaper to keep making her with the simple white apron later on. Maybe. On the other hand, I see so many more striped aprons out there, like on the market or in collections. It doesn't really feel to me like this particular version, like with the striped apron, was actually limited. So really, who truly knows? Send me your theories. So now, let's take a closer look at my cherry Merry Muffin and see how she's held up living with me and air exposure over the years. I got this cherry doll when I was in college. So you could be wondering, why do I collect them new in box if I'm just going to take them out of the box? And if Cherry Mary Muffin is such a staple of my childhood, then why is my cherry doll from college? Okay, so I have OCD and an extreme obsession with my childhood. So I get them new in box because I took very good care of my toys when I was a child, and I want them to look that way. I want them to look like they did when I was a kid. And I take them out of the box because I can't help myself because that physical memory is powerful too. I like to touch them, I like to arrange them, and whatever. So, why is my cherry doll from college? Where are my childhood dolls? They are gone. They are gone. Um, Maybe some adult collectors out there have had an experience like this. When I was a teen, I stupidly told my mother that I didn't need them anymore. I was an adult. I can use the money from selling them to buy American Girl stuff and crap for my car. I hate it. I hate it. I have spent my entire adult life trying to rectify it and deal with it. And that essentially is that. I think that is enough ranting. Sorry. We will now return to our video already in progress. And I immediately took her out of the box. Couldn't help myself. That is how I roll. And then displayed her oh so carefully on a shelf in my room. So that means it's been about 18 years or so since she was liberated from her cardboard cell. And just look at her. Look at her. She is perfect. End of segment. No, No, just kidding. No, she looks great, but she's not perfect. Actually, like the boat for is a good place to start. The material is still really crisp. There's no stains on it. Looks great. The little ties that are so pearly, they're tied nicely, and there's no fraying. I mean, like maybe like right here, but that's probably how it came out of the box. That's not fraying. Her pony is neat. So her hair is very clean, but then like think about it. Look at the elastic. Oh, this little elastic. I would not want to go touching that. This elastic should never be touched. I mean, think about it. Think of any elastic that's this old. It's been wrapped this tightly. You could feel it. It's crisp. If I tried to take her hair out, it would fall to a million pieces. It's good that I will never be doing that. So, I mean, yeah, it's just an elastic, not a big deal. But yeah, never touch that. That wouldn't be good. Her hair does look great. It does look great. Note the legs. I am trying to talk about you. And oh man, her legs are definitely wobbly. Look at that. Look at the way she went down. So I do not know if she came out of the box this way or if her legs have loosened over time. Seriously, I arrange them only every few years. I never touch them. I don't know why her legs would suddenly be wobbly. I don't play with them like I did when I was a kid, so beats me. But yeah, they're kind of wobbly. She has trouble standing up, and I believe she has always been that way. So let's just let's forgive her. I was trying to talk about your hair. Can we talk about your hair? Seriously, as I was saying, I already mentioned that this is how Cherry's hair looked when she came out of the box. And you can even tell. Let me grab Cherry. See, the sides of her hair are kind of pressed in a little bit. Not so much. But the back, see, look at that kind of like on the side. See, that's, I'm not trying to say that it's flat, but it's like really pressed in. So you can see that it has that look like she still just came out of the package. Do you know what I mean? Like she's been in the box, got the plastic on the side and the cardboard in the back. It's been squishing her in, and her hair looks exactly the same, which I think is really cool, really special, because that's exactly how she looks. This is essentially new hair Cherry. I think that's very nice. You get to see her this way. It also shows that I really don't touch the dolls much, and I definitely don't mess with their hair. Like, even though the look of the prototypes were gorgeous, I'm not gonna go and try and curl her hair to match or anything. I'll like try to style it. That's not my thing. I respect her natural look. At the most, I just push up the sides every once in a while to keep it even. That's it. Don't touch her hair otherwise. I just love it as it is. And it's wonderful that it still looks this good after all this time. At least her hair is as big as it is in the commercials, right? I mean, when you look at it, there is just enough curl, like air quotes, curl in her hair that it looks full, just different, just very simple and maybe a bit flat. But that makes sense. Like I said about the box, it's been in the box. So maybe like a little bit flat. Not messy per se, but kind of flat. Still not touching it. I just love you so. Let's see. The paint on her face still looks new. No flaws, which is very, very nice. See, her eyes are still bright and sparkly, and her lips and cheeks still have their paint. She looks very nice. There is this tiny little red dot. Oh my god, I don't even think you'll be able to see it. Why am I pointing out? There's a tiny little red dot. So saith my notes. Yes, I am a note taker. And you can't even see it, so why am I talking about it? I think that's just a manufacturing defect, so that's no big deal. We're just gonna move right on. Her dress looks great. The stitching of the muffin is secure. There are no stitching issues actually at all, and the trim and the lace still look new. There are really only two flaws with the dress, and that is the white fabric on the bodice of the dress and the Velcro. The fabric here, again, can you see these things from these videos? This white fabric here has darkened a bit over time. I think it's just from all the years out of the box. But I am confused as to why the rest of the dress is fine. That's the only place, like the only place in where the fabric is a little discolored. It's a little dark, and I don't know why, because the rest of it is fine. I am happy. I am just a little confused. The rest of the dress still looks bright in color and has no stains on it, so I have no idea. Someone would say oxidation. Yes, but why just that one area? Not a scientist. I'm just curious. And the Velcro on the back of the dress. Yeah, that's just yellow. That's just yellow. I hate showing it off. I will undo it. No, I don't want to undo it. I kind of don't want to do it. Yeah, there you go. That's as much of a show as you get. It's yellow. It is a bit sad. Yeah, it's just yellow at this point. There's nothing really to say about it. I assume it's just the same exposure issue as the bodice on the dress. And really, this is sadly very typical of Velcro. It happens all the time. What can you do? Other than that, though, yeah, if this is the extent of damage she has sustained for being out of the box for almost 20 years, I am stoked. Good job. Pat on the back, Mattel. V. Yeah, that wasn't a good idea. Never mind. And why don't I fix it? Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Yeah. Not going to risk it. I'm not crazy about these discolorations at all, but I'm also not going to try and restore anything. I'd be way more upset if I caused any further damage, like bleach stains or whatever. Over the years, I've looked up several ways to remove the stains, and every one came with overwhelming anxiety, so no. My OCD and I are just forced to live with it and move on. So that's what we will do now. There's literally nothing wrong with her apron. It is perfect. I mean it this time. I weep happy tears over it. No, the salt, the stains. No, I weep happy tears. No, really. I have no complaints. It is awesome. Period. The bow is not perfect. We have discussed this. But there's no fraying, even at the ends, and it's secure. It's just awesome sauce. There are these tiny scuffs that are on her leg. I think this is just this leg right here, and it's on the back of this shoe here. These little scuffs, these little dark marks. Oh no, not the dark mark. Very annoying, especially because I have no idea. Stand up, lady. You can do it. I have no idea why. I don't know why they exist. The notes that I have say nothing about dropping her or anything happening during my 2 moves. Oh yeah, they even survived 2 moves and time gently stuck in a box. They are amazing. Or even that she had the marks like at the time of her unboxing. So what's up with that? It's my one big mystery with her, and it's annoying. But whatever. It's more than annoying, but blah, whatever. I've tried to get the ones here, like on her leg. I tried to get those off with like a magic eraser. That's like the one tool, the one thing that I trust for cleaning up certain plastics, like unpainted plastics. So yeah, I have no idea how to approach getting the little scuff off the shoe. So I tried to get them off with what little knowledge I had as best I could, and they are still there. I'm kind of thinking that the one on the back might be from the box itself. Maybe a little bit of dye got on it. No idea. It's just in that one spot. Very strange. Not quite sure what to do. Send me tips in the comments if you have any ideas of what I should do or what I could try. It's so frustrating because you are perfect. So I mentioned the scuff on the back of the shoe over here. But her shoes look great as well. I really don't have much to complain about as well. Why don't you get a look there at her shoes? There's the paint of the shoes still intact. I do not see any paint missing. You tell me if you think the paint job on the shoes is clean or not. But there is no paint missing. I am very happy with that. I think they look fantastic. Super stoked. And I saved the best part for last. The smell. Ready? Here goes. Oh, this is great. Oh my god, amazing. Heaven. Kind of gross. But mostly heaven. No, no, no. Not gross, not gross. I didn't mean that. You just can't ignore the artificial and the chemical going on here together. Oh, darn you, adulthood. Oh, I'm knocking things all over the place. It can be jarring if you aren't expecting it. It smells like my memories and childhood, totally spot on. And I guess cherries, yeah. Which is good because you don't know what my memories smell like. So that gives you a better frame of reference, better idea of what her scent is like. But there is that something, something heavily inorganic. I don't have a good word for it. My husband calls it cherry-ish plasticine. That's a pretty accurate way to put it, so we'll go with that. She smells like cherry-ish plasticine. Yum! Yum! I love it. I can't help it. The smell is linked to my childhood. And oh, I also grew up in a dental office, so like acrylics and stuff like those smells are my jam. So it smells like artificial cherries and sunshine, and I'm having such a sense memory moment right now. And you should go and smell one too if you have access to one. Don't take your friends though, not cool. The smell is still so strong. It is still so strong. Holy crap, it is strong. How did they make it this strong? Thank you, Mattel, for treating her with such horrible, sweet-smelling chemicals that we can still enjoy it more than 30 years later. So there you have it, folks. After 20 years out of the box, my cherry doll is still pungent and pretty. Like, literally, just a few scuffs and some light discolorations, that's it. She is amazing. Enjoy her! Oh, and the box. I forgot about the box. Oh, wait. The box is gone too. If you listened to my little digression earlier, then you are so kind. Thank you so much. Thank you. Then you would have heard me go on about the terrible truth, the sad fate of my original dolls. So, yeah, the boxes are with them too, carried away by my teenage delusions. But this is what it looks like. Shall we look at her accessories? Voila! They are right here. Her set is complete. These are all of the accessories that Cherry came with. Let's start with the comb. Get the least awesome thing out of the way. What do you mean least awesome? You needed to hide the lies. No, I get it. Hairstyling is a big part of the appeal of dolls, and this comb is adorable. But I was never a slave, like as a kid, to the yes, yes, comb her pretty hair. Oh wait, that's the little baby bubbles jingle. Never mind. And I would never comb it now, so I just find it less interesting and completely useless to me. But let's fawn over it. The comb is in the shape of a big old muffin. That is obviously mine and everybody's favorite part. It even has the little cherry with the little leaves on top of it, and its function is non-existent to me. No, yeah. It's solid and just like new, so comb away, people! And there is this tiny red, I don't know, paint dot or something on it. It's up here in the corner. Yeah, I don't know what it is. This has always been there, so I actually don't pay it any mind. I can't explain it, so I ignore it, and I'm actually fine with that. And the color is the same as, like, her shoes and the muffin tin. which I would much rather talk about. So let's do that. Yay, my muffins. Cherries muffins. Um, every doll came with 6 muffins that are attached to each other. And here are hers. There are no cherries on top, but the color is right for being a cherry muffin. Right? They're totally cherry muffins. That could be a cherry muffin brown. Maybe a bit overbaked. They are hollow on the bottom. Hollow bottoms. And fit perfectly into this pretty pink tin. Oh, and the muffins have no flaws. Woot! Is this not the cutest thing in the world? The muffins are my favorite accessory of like the whole line. So cute. I can't stand it. As a kid, they looked real to me, just amazing. Love them. I'll never forget that I was just compelled to make muffins all the time as a kid. There was just never enough. More muffins. I ran the Muffin Man out of business. Yeah, the color of the tin matches everything else, as I said, and the condition of the tin is fantastic. But there are these little tiny annoying spots on the inside of the tin, and there are actually a couple on the outside as well. And I thought that it was dirt, and I tried to clean it out, but so far, no luck, Chuck. They stay. Um, so I think that they just developed over the years. I have no record of them or any idea as to why they are there. My poor prized plaything. And you guys are getting to know me, so yeah, there isn't a lot that I can do to fix it before my anxiety kicks in, so they're there for now. It's frustrating though, because it's my favorite part, and I can't figure out where they came from. Whatever, it's the risk, you run when you take them out of the box. And for 20 years, it's great. And the naked eye can't even see it, so shut it, Chrissy. Can we just look at them some more? Can we just look at them some more? Aren't they fantastic? No, we must talk about the scent now. What? The muffins smell too? Yep, says so right here. And the smell says it all too. Let's take a whiff. Yep, heaven and cherry-ish plasticine. The smell is not as strong on the muffins as it is with cherry. Like, she is pungent. I mean, they must have doused her. This just smells like her. You know what I mean? My husband and I actually got into a disagreement over whether the muffins were supposed to be scented, since they lack such a strong smell at this point. But then I shoved the box in his face, and he was quiet after that. But yeah, the muffins don't smell as intense as the doll. Wah wah. But I don't know if they ever did. And well, for being out of the box as long as they have, at least they still have a smell at all. And that makes me happy. I guess I just won't complain that they don't smell enough to give me a headache. I will just be happy. And finally, we have our last accessory, Cherry Sweet. Cherry Sweet is Cherry Merry Muffin's kitchen tool slash friend. Because in the 80s, you gotta throw in a little helper friend with your dolls, right? Who is also a little shaker. See the holes? I've heard people call Cherry Sweet a sugar shaker, which makes perfect sense. Nothing wrong with that assumption. But she is actually a cherry magic shaker. Mattel's words. She shakes cherry magic on stuff for Cherry and Company, and the top of her head comes off. Actually, I don't know if it is a she. Bows mean nothing. The promos don't say, so I'm going to go with it. So I guess you just fill her up with the cherry magic here, and you put on the lid, and then you shake her violently. Awesome. Sweet's got this cute yellow bow. Let's get her. She got this cute little bow around the stem, and her arms are in the weirdest position ever. It's either stuck here behind her back, and are these sleeves? Arm warmers? Maybe she's just rocking the sleeves or whatever so she can fit in with Cherry Mary's pastel palette. I'm not sure what these are, but Sweet is a cherry. She fits fine. Who knows? And these cute little shoes that I am not looking forward to talking about are like purple sneakers. Why don't I want to talk about it? I don't want to talk about Cherry Sweet's condition at all, but, you know, making a video. Because Cherry Sweet is the one accessory from the set that I have a problem with. I mean, everything else is amazing, but no, just look at this. This is a list of all of the defects. None of them are made up, but some of them are so small that I can see why you may think they are. This is insane. You all came out of the same box. What is up? Ignore all the paint stuff, the messiness, stains. I am really happy that besides the mouth, her face looks really good as far as the paint. And so I'll just count my lucky stars for that. Also, I want to note, it looks like she's grabbing her bum. Anyway, the lightening of the lid that I mentioned in my little list could be from sun or light exposure. And these horrible stains on the shoes are just horrible. Are just from time spent exposed to air and just time in general, I think. Kind of looks like the stains on her feet are just slowly eating her. Like, I don't know, can you see it close? It kind of looks like it's just slowly eating her feet, going up to her body. It's spreading like a disease. How sad. God, I just kind of want to replace it. My OCD wants to replace it, but that would be really rude of me. This is my second original Cherry Sweet. She came out of the box and deserves respect. Maybe I'll just find another one someday and they can live side by side together on the shelf. I don't know. I don't want to replace her. I don't know. It's just a thought I have. Maybe I'll find another one in the lot someday that looks as good as you. And yes, you guys will live together merrily. Cherry merrily. I think that's what I was going for. Enough about Cherry Sweet. We have proven that I am the one hung up on stuff, and she still looks great like everything else, and I've finally talked about everything we needed to cover. Oh, and her stem does this. I don't know. Is that loose? Is it supposed to do this? She's a shaker, not a grinder. You just spin. So that's it for this video. This was fun, you guys. I'm so glad I got to share my 18 years young, like new 88 Cherry with you all. In the next video, I'll introduce you guys to Wave 1's confectionery queen, Chocolati. Please think about liking and subscribing so you'll know when the next video comes out. Good night, meow!